What's going on, everybody? My name is the Brotator Chip, and I'm here today to go over the two new ghost types that are going to be coming out in Phasmophobia that have been teased in the development previews recently, which I must say the developers are absolutely spoiling us with. These have been so great, and I hope they continue them into the future. I can see that it is sprucing up so much hype for these new updates to come out. I am looking forward to it so much myself. So let's go ahead and get into this. We got two new ghost types. So if you're not interested in figuring out what all this says, please feel free to exit out of this video because there will be some spoilers ahead. But then again, this is all my speculation. This is what I have deciphered. This may not be true and it may change. So just keep that with a grain of salt. So firstly, we got the Moroi. The Moroi is going to be one of the new ghost types, and it's going to be number 22 for our ghost in this game. This list is getting very, very long, but it's very, very exciting stuff. Let's start off. It says, the Moroi have risen from the grave to drain energy from the living. They have been known to place curses on their victims, curable only by antidotes or moving very far away. Strength. The weaker their victim, the stronger the Moroi becomes. Weakness. The Moroi suffer from hyperosmia, weakening them for longer periods. Okay. Firstly, the evidence is spirit box, ghost writing, freezing temps. Now let's get into the description of this ghost and their weaknesses. So from my speculation, it seems like, so if the ghost becomes stronger, the weaker you become, that definitely is a direct correlation with sanity. And the curses that they place on people must be something that affects your sanity to a great degree, kind of like a Yuri or like a phantom if they look at you, etc. So this is another ghost that drains sanity very fast. And the antidotes they're talking about could definitely be just the sanity pill. You know, if you want to weaken the ghost, you get your sanity higher, you take some sanity pills. So nothing too crazy there. But their weakness is the most intriguing one. So if they have hyperosmia, that means they have a sensitivity to smell. And the only single thing I could think of in our arsenal that we have inside of our truck that would affect smell would be smudge sticks, meaning that they are more susceptible to be repelled for longer periods of time than most ghosts, which is really exciting stuff. So, you know, one way you'd be able to tell on Nightmare if it's this new ghost type is if you repel it and it does not come back for a very long time. That's just like what, again, my speculation on what this one ghost type is. Now let's head over to the other one, which I believe to be, put Sean back up here. The new ghost type for Development Preview 3, which is released today on May 27th, is what I believe a Deogen. And a Deogen in lore is a ghost that haunts the forest of Belgium. So really cool stuff. It definitely is something that's well known throughout that part of the world. So let's see what it says here. Sometimes surrounded by an aura, you have been eluding ghost hunters for years. These ghosts have been reported to find even the most susceptible prey before stalking them into exhaustion. Strength. A Deogen constantly senses the living. You can run, but you can't hide. Weakness. A Deogen requires a lot of energy to form. It will move very slowly. So we have another ghost type on our hands that'll be extremely slow, almost like a revenant, I'd imagine, when it doesn't see anybody. You know how you had that 3-second delay between each footstep on a revenant when it doesn't see anybody? Maybe we're going to see that again, but it's going to be constant, whether it sees you or not. So if you can run but you can't hide, that means you're not going to be able to hide in a locker, closet, anywhere. This thing is going to know where you are 24/7, but you'll be able to outrun it because of how slow it is. So it's not the end of the world, but you're going to have to be very careful on smaller maps. So if you're on a map where you Tanglewood, for instance, you're going to have to try to loop it around maybe the island, maybe the car. Same thing with Willow. You got your car, you got the island, the kitchen. You know, try to loop it. It's definitely going to be a loopable ghost. You know, the question really is though, like, if it increases speed, the more it has line of sight on you, how fast is it going to get? Is it going to increase to normal speed the longer it looks at you? Or is it going to be so fast at some point that it's going to hunt you down no matter what? It's going to be something we're going to have to see once it releases. We don't know. I don't know. We're going to find out. Evidence for this is going to be Spirit Box, Ghost Writing, Dots Projector. So it's exciting to see that these evidence types are filling out finally. I'm wondering if they're going to be adding another ghost down here at some point to even all this out. I would imagine so. Other than that, you know, we have some really great stuff going on for Asylum rework, Sunny Meadows, looking like that whole map is going to get reworked. Every single room is going to be redone with new textures, more interactive items for the ghost to move around with and let you know, hey, I'm in this room. Because the Asylum's been a map for a long time that a lot of newer players have avoided like the plague because it's so hard to navigate. I know when I first started the game, I was totally lost in the asylum. It was a massive maze. But now, after I played more, I've gotten a hand. I'm glad to see that that's getting its rework and the due diligence it deserves. Other than that, we got the reporting system coming out. We have new ID badges. The truck rework and its new layout is evidently going to be coming over into this next short patch that's coming out, which is great because it's leaving us so much more room, polished design for the new upgradable equipment to come out later this year, so that can all be displayed nicely. So a lot of great stuff coming out. Like I said, again, I hope the developers keep up with these dev previews. I think it's a great way to hype up their community. And I've seen that public lobbies are definitely gaining a lot more traction. There's a lot more pages than there has been in previous months of people playing. So you can definitely tell people are starting to return to the game and getting ready for this content. So that's all I got for today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to follow, like, or subscribe. And as always, happy ghost hunting.